Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Hey.
That's got to be
Round,
one.
round two.
That's got to be one of the most uncomfortable fucking intros there is on YouTube.
What's original too, so that's a good thing.
Do you ever watch videos on like your TV and stuff, and then like something loud or inappropriate happens from like the video, and you just
Not
kind
from
of
my TV.
no?
On my phone, yes. I mean, there was that whole trend happening where people were sending those videos to each other, and you had the porn audio going off.
Oh yeah, right. Like it would be like some kind of like what's the word when you catch someone's attention but it's not true. What's the word?
Yeah.
Clickbait. Like a
Yep.
clickbait thumbnail, and then you click on it and it's someone moaning and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking hated those, man.
Facts. I'm so glad that trend is over because trash.
No, I know. You'd be out in public somewhere and then just you're fucking embarrassed.
I've seen videos where people get their parents like that. I saw this one person get his dad at a church. I don't know if it was like a church like a Sunday service or it was like a funeral. It looked more like a funeral, and it starts going off, and the dad gets so embarrassed and just leaves.
Oh, I've seen that one. I've seen that one. That
Yeah.
one's hilarious. Yeah, watch people start sending those now. But
Yeah, no,
yeah.
hope not.
All right, guys, welcome
How was
back.
your week?
It wasn't too bad, man. Same old, same old.
Routine,
Yeah, bro. You know me.
the whole Matrix.
I'm a very routine person. How was your week?
Yeah, pretty uneventful as well. Um,
You
I'm not sick anymore.
You went to the
I was-
rodeo, didn't you?
I went to the carnival. So we have our we have our rodeo and carnival together, and because I used to go to the rodeo every year because I used to get free tickets because of my last job, but we're gonna go this year, but it runs pretty late, and we have our little boy, so we're like it's gonna be a little too late for him, so we decided to just go to a carnival, show him the little farm animals and stuff like that, and then we just kind of dipped. It was cool though.
Do you think he even processes any of that, or you think it's more for you guys to be like memories with your son? Because the odds of him remembering or processing any of that, I feel like are very slim because he's very young still.
I agree. I think remembering, no. I think processing, yes. I think that I just feel like having like things around the baby as they develop, especially if they're familiar things, they start to grow accustomed to it. Like for instance, like if a baby grows up on a farm, right? They're gonna get used to seeing farm animals. Like that's gonna become a thing of nature for them. Obviously, that's not us, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like just different things like that. I don't think they're gonna remember it, but I think subconsciously it gets embedded in their brain.
What's your earliest memory?
Hmm. Damn.
I have a few.
I can't really think of my earliest memory. One that does come to mind was when my parents were still married. I remember waking up, my mom waking me up to go eat breakfast, went to the table, and then my dad was getting ready for work, and my parents kiss each other goodbye, and my dad takes off work. I don't know why I remember that so vividly, but that's something that I remember as a kid, bro.
Wow. That's probably because that's how you kind of want to remember your parents as, right?
Yeah, everybody tells me that. Yeah.
Could be, right? Do you think there's some truth to that?
I think there is some truth to that. I mean, I can't say 100% for sure, but I see that, being like a subconscious thing in my head, like just, that being something that I wish was forever. Tear, tear.
Damn, that's fucking sad, bro.
Hey, but that could be my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that can be my son's life.
Yeah, but for you, it's over. There's no chance.
It's done, son.
There's no chance anymore. I don't even think you would want that, right? Like it's better.
Well, yeah, I think we talked about this in the past. How we wouldn't go back and change anything. It's really ultimately what molded us here. I probably wouldn't have the mentality that I have today if it wasn't for like all the gritty stuff that I had to go through. Um, how many? What's the percentage right now on divorced?
Ooh, I
It's
have
pretty
no
high,
idea.
right?
Yeah, it's
I just have a
pretty high.
question for the viewers. Like, if your parents are divorced, ask yourself. You don't have to leave it down in the comments. How much did that affect you, if it did any? You can just ask it yourself, or you can leave it in the comments. We'll read them. But like for me, it was a big deal. I think it was at a pinnacle age for me that I just felt like my life was crumbling at that moment. Obviously, I
How old were
got
you
used
when
to
that
it.
happened?
6.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was 6. And my brother was 5. My sister was 1. My brother just really didn't care. He was just like, you know,
Mm.
just walking around life. But me, bro, I remember the day walking out that door for the last time. Like all our bags packed and everything like that, moving into the new apartment with my mom. I remembered all of that, bro. I remember feeling like, damn, I don't want this to happen. It was deep, bro. Crazy stuff.
Was was your like were your parents the type of parents who talk shit on each other and kind of
Yes,
to like
yes,
to
most
you?
yes, most definitely.
Yeah,
My mom really tried to make us hate our dad.
that's
And my
sad,
dad,
man.
yeah, my dad, and it worked. It did work like in the beginning, like cuz you don't think that like my mom was never that way when I was younger. So I always talk about like the whole God complex. I always saw my parents as like God figures, right? Cuz you're growing up, bro, you're so small and so insignificant. Like you look at your dad, he's like this big, strong guy that can do things that you're not even capable of, and they're like the foreseers. Everything they say goes. They're in a way God to kids, right? And so in my eyes, they can do no wrong. And then so when they split up, and then they started like for me, my mom wouldn't lie. Why would she lie? You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And it wasn't until I started growing up, like, damn, like this isn't true, or like the she stretched her truth on this, whatever it is. But my dad was guilty of it too very early on when he was younger, because he just had a lot of resentment and pettiness that my mom separated from him. But that didn't last too long. Like eventually my dad was like, it is what it is. And you know yeah, like he's not going to be worrying. I think that's a male thing. It's like, okay, whatever, move forward type thing.
Yeah, yeah. It does take a minute, I feel like, but
Yeah.
eventually you guys move on. But girls will be petty forever. Like, is your mom still petty about your dad? Like, does she throw little shots here and there?
I feel like low key yes, but like not so much like on the things that he does, but more so like on us. Like, oh, y'all favor him when he wasn't the saint. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. And it's just like, what? What?
That's funny. To mention my first memory. My first memory is we used to live in an apartment, and I remember in one of the rooms there was a TV on a like a dresser, like one of
Mm-hmm.
those old school heavy ass TVs. You know the box ones. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And I was probably like 5 years old or 4. Yeah, like 4 or 5, probably 4. And I climbed up it for some reason. I was just a stupid ass kid, and I like grabbed onto the TV, and the TV fell on my head and cut me open.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Did the TV break?
I think it landed on the corner, and it had like a little break, but it was like still functional. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Because you
Yeah.
would have got an ass whooping probably. Because TVs were like
I think
expensive back then, bro.
so. Yeah. I think my dad wasn't home at the time, so my mom just kind of was like, "Oh, are you okay?" type of thing, you know. But if my dad was
Yeah,
home,
yeah. You would have got
fuck.
your ass beat,
Yeah,
bro.
fuck yeah, 100%. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's my earliest memory.
Cool, cool, cool.
All right, let's get into the hot seat questions. Do you want to go
Yes,
first?
sir. I do want to go first. All right. So, scenario for you. Let's say you're dating this chick and y'all been dating for a while. She knows your family, you know hers. This has been a pretty well established thing. You've been dating, let's say, 4 years.
Okay.
You're going on a road trip, your family and your chick. Okay. Your mom gets in the front seat.
I know where
What
this
do
is
you
going.
what do you do?
Nothing,
She
bro.
just she doesn't ask any questions. She just, gets in the front seat.
No, yeah, 100%. That's I feel like if I'm dating this girl for a while, she knows my priorities and my mom's up there, right? So
Yeah.
she wouldn't. If I'm dating her, she wouldn't say shit because she knows what it is, right? Like
What,
my
what
mom is will forever be the only woman I expect to be loyal to me. You know what I mean? Like
unconditionally, yeah.
unconditionally, yeah. So for sure, the number one woman in my life. So I
What
would
if she sends you like a little text like, what the, WTF? What? Who does she think she is?
nah. I'm breaking up with her, bro. Like nah. Sorry, I can't. You
Oh
can't
man.
have a woman like that around you, bro. It's not
Okay.
good.
So let me reintroduce it and say, let's say if you had an option straight off the jump, who would you place in the front seat?
If it was up to me,
Yeah.
um, probably my chick.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, because if I'm driving, right, assuming I'm driving, I would want the person that's gonna entertain me the most, which would probably be my partner.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, 100%. And plus, if they got to be on Knox, and I'm not letting my mom on Knox, you know. So
I hear you. Sarah, my wife, always sits in the back if it's with one of my family members.
wait, any family member?
Yeah.
Damn.
She
Your
just
your brother, your sister, your dad,
yeah, like obviously like
your little cousin.
the bad. No, but like obviously like if it's like my brother and his wife, then my wife like Sarah will sit in the front.
Yeah.
But like if it's just one person, she just automatically goes to the back, and like I tell her, no, just sit in the front. Like I'm very bold. Somebody's like, sit in the front. Like, it doesn't matter. And she'll be like, no, it's okay. I'll sit in the back. Like, super chill type thing. So
So
I don't even have to worry about that.
do you consider me family?
I mean, not family, bro, but you're my best friend, bro. You're right up there. Brother from another mother.
Right. Because when I went to visit you, bro, I was sitting in the back.
Hell no, I lent you a vehicle, a clean ass, supreme ass vehicle.
When I went to visit him, he let me borrow his Hyundai, which is no longer his because he
In
wrecked it.
service.
Yeah, he wrecked it. And that shit was one of the dude. I swear to you. Hold on. I swear to you, bro. If you ask anyone in my family, I'm like the dirtiest motherfucker. Like my car is bad, right? Like I know that, right? I know I'm dirty. I never thought I would meet someone worse than me. I'm dead serious, bro. When I stepped into your car, I was fucking shook. I was so taken back by how fucking dirty your car was. It amazed me.
Shush.
But at the same time, I was kind of like, oh, this is why we're best friends. Like we're so fucking similar, bro. Like
let me
so
let me tell.
I didn't hold it against you. I was like, you know what? I'm pretty bad too myself, so whatever.
Yeah, let the listeners in on like why you have to like fail somewhere. Like there's gonna be you're not gonna be completely perfect, and I feel
I
like
love.
you have to set your priorities right. And my vehicle is really not on the top of that list at all. I know there's some people out there that like obsess over their vehicle, but for me, bro, it's like point A to point B, and like I will go months without cleaning or washing my car, bro, and I really don't care. Like to be honest.
Let me ask you something. Were you embarrassed uh when I told you about the car and how fucking
Nah,
dirty it was? Like
bro, it's you.
I remember you used to send Snapchats in the group chat we had of like your dashboard playing a song, right? And I used to always make fun of you because of how fucking dirty the dash was.
It was dusty.
Like a fucking layer of filth, like just bad. And you're like zooming in on the song, but you can't see shit because it's so dirty. Oh my god, bro.
Oh my
That's hilarious.
Nah, I really didn't care. I did plan to clean it though before, because I think we had agreed that you were going to use the car like a day before you got here, because initially you were going to get like a rental car or something like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was going to clean it, but I had to like work a double and all this stuff. And I was like, damn, I'm not going to be able to. So, and then I was actually going to take, did I take Sarah's car to go pick you up?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, you know what happened is that didn't you come like a couple days early too? So instead of you landing like on my vacation week, I still had to go to work the next day, right?
Yeah, I think I came a day before your vacation or something like that.
Yeah, so that was another thing. It's like I couldn't clean it because I worked a double the day before, and then you got here, and I had to go to work the next day. So it's like,
Oh, we
all
love
right,
the
whatever.
excuses, bro. We love it.
No, no, no. My vehicles are like my vehicle is dirty, but I was gonna clean it just for you,
Yeah, yeah,
but I just didn't get the time to.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's hilarious. Wait, did you answer? Oh no, you go ahead and answer. How you feel about that whole like?
Oh, but like I,
Do you think your wife is doing right by like letting your family members sit first, front seat?
sure. I
Yeah.
mean, it's whatever. Yeah, like my wife's very humble in that sense, so she's gonna like she would much rather be seated in the back. That way, me and whoever's with me can conversate. Because my wife's not big on, she's very
Conversating.
antisocial. Like, she's not, big on speaking at all. So she's like, I'd rather be separated, secluded from, all the conversation. So I think it benefits her for that. But if I had the option, I'd put my wife up front
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Okay, I see. That's interesting though. That the fact that she lets like all your family members sit in the front. I thought it was just
Yeah.
like a mom and dad type thing.
No, no, she always does it.
All right, that's cool. So we actually got a comment on our last video talking about the fact that the woman got attacked and all that stuff, right? And he mentioned a bunch of things. He mentioned that apparently she was in her legal right to shoot the man if she had a weapon on her. So,
Mm.
and he also mentioned that we should talk about another video.
Yeah, hold on. Don't you have a hot seat question yourself, or?
Yeah, but I don't know if I mean, all right, fuck it. I'll ask it. Do you think men should have a say in abortion?
Ooh. Um. So I've done a lot of thinking about this question, and I think that I would like to say yes, but I think ultimately the answer is going to be no, because I think, guys, if you put yourself in a situation where you're going to impregnate a girl that you're not really in a committed relationship with, you laid your bed, now you have to lay, like, or sorry, you made your bed, now you have to lay in it. Now you really don't have a say, because this chick that you're not even dating is not going to allow you to determine what's going to happen to her body for the rest of her life. You know what I mean? It's going to be affected. So this is what I do have to say though about that. If a girl is allowed to have or abort a child without the male's consent, then the male should be able to opt out of that situation as well. This is what I mean. If the mom does decide to have the child and the father doesn't want to, well, then he should be opted an option to not have to pay child support or not be a part of that child's life. Because if a female gets the right to opt out of that situation, then the male should have the right to opt out of that situation. Because the only way a male can opt out of it is if the mom aborts or they both decide to adopt. Put the baby up for adoption. The woman gets two options, and really the hand is that's in her hands, because
Yeah.
the father can't put the child up for adoption without the mom either. So really, the females have the upper hand here, and I think that because I don't agree with men forcing women to have kids, and I don't support abortion. I just want to make that clear. And then I don't also agree with them forcing them to abort or have the child. I don't think men should force that on women. But I do think they deserve an option to opt out, which it's kind of contradictory to what I think. Ideally, men and women should not, impregnate each other if
Each
they're
other?
not. Yeah, because men can get pregnant now. You know that?
No, they can't.
Apparently,
It's biologically impossible.
that's what they say in California.
Nah, not me.
No, but right, like I don't think two couples should get pregnant if they're not in the position to bear a child, and obviously that's an ideal situation for me. But if that doesn't happen, then I just think it's unfair for the female to have the upper hand here. What do you think?
No, I agree with you. I feel like if you're a man and if you came in the girl, then that's it. Your option is out. You are the first line of defense. It's your job to either pull out or to wear a condom. So if you don't do either of those, that's it, bro. Like I mean, it's out of your hands now. It's you fucked up and that's it. That post nut clarity is gonna be different. When you
Facts, bro. It's gonna be the worst.
you're gonna be like, dude, take a plan B. She's gonna be like, nah. Damn, that's it. It's a wrap. 9 months later, you fucking bringing along a little kid.
Did you ever have a pregnancy scare?
I've had a couple. Yeah.
It's one of the worst things, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, 100%.
Especially if it's with a girl that like you have no business with, like long term.
Oh yeah, man.
Did I ever tell you about the one time this one chick like got a kick out of like just pranking me and trying to like convince me?
No way, really?
Horrible person, bro. Horrible person.
Damn, that's
not gonna get into it, but
yeah, you don't do that. That's what if you just killed yourself?
Come on, bro.
Obviously, I'm exaggerating, right? But you don't know how people are gonna react.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you know, JK motherfuckers in Tijuana. You don't know how motherfuckers are gonna react, right? That's crazy,
facts,
though.
but yeah, not fun.
All right. Well, anyways, all right. Let's get into the topic I want to talk about. So, this guy that commented, like I was saying, he talked about how there was another video of a blind man being accused of being a creep.
Yeah.
We should talk to it. So you saw it a little bit ago and you thought it was insane, right?
Yeah, I would really like for us to just give a huge shout out to that guy though. His name is Jay Hopkins. Thank you so much for interacting in the comments. We appreciate everybody that comments. And yeah, if you have any other like occurring like hot topics or news that happens that you want us to talk about, make sure to leave it in the comments because we'll talk about it like we're doing right now.
Yeah, or even not even news, maybe just like a clip like this guy suggested. So let's play it for you guys.
I'm blind. If you know what those two words mean, you are much smarter than the girl who was screaming at me at the gym. Let me explain. I'm standing there doing a tricep pushdown exercise, and since I can't see, I'm just kind of staring off into space doing my thing. Halfway through a set, I start hearing footsteps that seem like they're coming in my direction, getting closer and closer and closer, until all of a sudden, this woman's right up in my face going, "I didn't come here to be stared at." Huh? I didn't come here to be stared at. Huh? Oh.
To be fair, this guy does not look blind. I'm gonna be honest. Like he looks very, very normal.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm blind, I say to her. Her response?
And
I don't care.
And this guy has sunglasses. Do blind people need sunglasses? I don't know. I'm ignorant. But why does...
I think a lot of them do. I don't know the reason for it, but the stereotypical thing is for blind men or blind people to have sunglasses on.
Yeah.
I think my theory is that maybe I don't know, the sunlight might mess with their...
Yeah, maybe they can't tell their the sunlight's hitting their eyes and it damages. I don't know. It causes a headache. I don't fucking know, right? But
yeah,
it's definitely something to do with light, I feel like.
So I definitely have my suspicions, but before we get into my suspicions, let's talk about how ridiculous this is.
Let me finish the video. It's not done yet. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm blind, I say to her. Her response? I don't care. Stop staring at me. Huh? She storms off and comes back with the manager a couple minutes later. I reach into my wallet and pull out an ID card from the Massachusetts Commission for the Blind and explain to this guy as well, I'm blind. I wasn't staring at anybody. He says, okay, but you still can't make other gym members uncomfortable by looking at them.
Yeah, so he ended off with saying how the manager told him, yeah, but you still can't make other people feel uncomfortable by staring at them. Now, I feel like the way the manager or whatever reacted was probably the worst part about this whole story.
Yeah,
Right.
I was having trouble decipher which one was worse, the chick or the manager, because
Yeah.
all common sense out the window. Like,
Yeah, 100%. But the chick one, I could kind of understand because he doesn't look that blind. Like he just looks like a normal dude. So I could see how you could mistake him for staring at you. But I feel like once he said, "Hey, I'm blind," she should have
shows
been
the
like,
identification card too.
she should have been like, you know what? Oh, sorry about that. I couldn't tell if you were looking at me or not. But thank you for clearing that up. And that's it. Go on about your day. But no, she ended up still saying, "I don't care that you're blind. Don't be looking at me," which makes no sense. My man can't see, you know,
Yeah.
which he should probably be offended by, right? But like, what the fuck you
Yeah.
mean? I can't see, you know? So
But here's the thing: imagine being a white male and being offended by something. There's a lot of what's it called? Stigma right now on white privilege and how white men cannot be oppressed and stuff like that. And it's unfortunate. I don't know if you've seen the crazy videos. Maybe we should talk about it in the next pod. But all the white guilt that's going around. Have you seen the white people kissing the black people's boots and stuff like that?
yeah,
It's a real thing, man, and especially in liberal cities that's going on. And it's sad, but I feel like this guy who is a white guy, he looks like it at least, is also like in a position where he's a white guy and it's just like, okay, bro, like whatever. We don't care that you're blind type thing. I don't want to make it political, but I just feel like,
yeah,
kind of ties in.
yeah. I don't know what's going on with these women at gyms lately, bro. I don't know what's going on, or I feel like I don't know because I feel like women just kind of made it trendy to start working out and record and do all that stuff. So there's so many more people hitting the gym now. Like for instance, today it's a rainy day. You can't really tell, but it's raining. It's raining pretty hard. Usually, I want to say like 2 to 3 years ago, my gym would have been empty on a day like today. I showed up and it was fucking packed. So working out is so much more popular now. And I see it, right? I see the difference. So you're just gonna get people that are, just like with anything. If you, the more people that do it, the more assholes you're gonna see. So it's kind of
Yeah, well, it's become more popular and more routine, and that's why like you're seeing people go out in the rain because it's like once it's part of your routine, it's just another thing. Like kind of like going to work on a rainy day. You still have to go to work, right? And so you're gonna see people still going out there in shitty weather situations and stuff like that. I think ultimately it's a positive thing that we're getting more people in the gym. Ultimately, but with more people going to the gym, there's gonna be more fuckery that's gonna happen in the gym, and I think that's what we're seeing. Again, we've talked about this plenty of times on the podcast, where everybody now wants to be an influencer, and like that's the cool thing to do. And there's a lot of positive to it, but I feel like we always highlight the negative things, and that's what we're really seeing right now. I just like that it's a trend and it's a popular thing that people are going to the gym. Like back in the day, it was like in the 80s, it was cocaine. That was the thing to do. And it's just like now it's the gym. Like, and you have to appreciate that at the end of the day. Like if you're comparing apples to apples, bro, I'm taking the 2020 Apple where everybody's going to the gym. And the worst thing that is coming out of it is, these gym trends.
yeah, it's not that bad for people to try to be overall more healthy. Obviously, you'd rather have that, right? But yeah. Any more thoughts on that video?
Yeah, it kind of popped up in my head, and this might be, I guess this is another hot seat question. Because we've talked about, girls taking off their pump cover and stuff like that, and then like that one guy watching them. What are you doing in a public when you see an attractive girl? Let's say you're with your chick, and an attractive girl pulls up in front of you, right in front of you in line. Let's say you're in line in front of you're in a fast food restaurant, and you're in line to see, to get some food, and an attractive girl wearing very nice sculpting clothing. You taking a peek, or what are you doing?
Oh yeah, 100%. But I'm gonna do it when my partner isn't looking or whatever, because I mean I feel like it's a natural instinct as a guy. I know girls don't want to hear that. I know girls don't want to hear that, but it is like, as you just look, it's just an instinct that guys have, and it's an unfortunate one for the girls, right? Because that pisses girls off, I think.
Yeah.
But what can you do?
Oh yeah, facts.
What I'm guessing you would do the same. It's human nature, right?
I mean, it's very situational too. Like, you have to kind of read the room, right? Like, if you know that your chick's like aware of it, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. You know what I mean? Like, But obviously, like, if it's something like, super chill, you just, you know, just read the room, gentlemen. That's all I gotta say.
Oh my god! I was thinking about how we do that, right? How we men naturally just check out women. Like, even if you don't mean to, you just do it, right?
Yeah.
And then women just like being checked out for the most part. Obviously not all of them, right? But for the most part. Like today at the gym, I noticed how many girls do that little trendy thing where they have their shirt like hanging over their stomach and legs, and then they tie it in the back or tuck it so that you can only see their ass and like the bottom of their back. And I was like, man, like, it's crazy how obviously like thirsty for attention you are, which, like, there's literally no other way to explain why you would do that, right?
Yeah.
Because if you were working out at home in your garage by yourself, are you gonna do that same little style? Are you gonna tuck that, like, for what, right? There's no one there. So I feel like that's obviously a thing for attention. But it's just funny that women want the attention and men naturally give it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true. I think guys do this to like a smaller scale too. Like, I know when I go to the commercial gym that I go to, which is not often, I usually work out at home or I work out at my friend's house. Usually, or more recently, I've been working out here at home. But if I'm gonna go to the commercial gym, I'm gonna put on a little bit of my better clothing on. That's just what I do. So we do it too, but it's just not as solicited as women. Like, well, then again, it's not really socially acceptable for guys to be showing their trunk. Yeah.
I mean, like there's always that gray sweatpants thing, right? Like, guys wear those on purpose sometimes too, right? It's kind of like those leggings that swallow girls' asses. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, do you think women would wear those at home, right? Just if they're working
it's not comfortable. It can be comfortable, bro.
Dude, it's literally a wedgie, right? That's what it is.
Yeah.
So there's no way it's comfortable, but
hey, but the gray sweatpants is pretty comfortable though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
but I mean, guys do it too. It's just not as extreme yet, like tank tops and like super tight shirts or whatever, right? But women just took it to another level. I feel like we got to step our game up. Like, we got to start.
Facts.
We got to start like making our jeans tight around our nuts or something. You know.
Mm-hmm. Show the Squidward nose a little bit.
Start giving ourselves a wedgie too. So you can show off them glutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for us men to step up. Are you with me or what?
I'm with you, brother.
All right.
Start a clothing line, and then we just, we'll start it.
Yeah. We'll start making clothes for men to show off their dicks. And we'll even have like the little stitching like on the side of the dick to kind of enhance the whole cock feature.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Watch people actually come out with that stuff.
It'll have a pump too, so you don't have to get a hard on. You just pump
You
it
just
up.
squeeze the air into it. Yes, sir. Man, that's $1 million idea right there, bro.
That's facts, brother. We got to get on that.
All right, guys. Before we end this podcast, we're gonna talk about the predictions for this, or one for this weekend. The one is another one's for the future. So, if you guys didn't know, Jake Paul is fighting Tommy Fury. I feel like everyone knows who Jake Paul is. If you don't know who Tommy Fury is, it's Tyson Fury's little brother, which is actually a pretty decent boxer. So, people are assuming this is gonna be his biggest test.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like Anderson Silva was his biggest test.
Anderson's old, bro.
He's old, bro, but he beat the shit out of Chavez Jr.
He did, bro, but Chavez is washed too. And the thing about Anderson too is that, like, I don't know. He just left himself too open. I don't think he has the chin that he had, when he was younger. But regardless, you got to give Jake his flowers, bro. Like, he's obviously has made a real, like, contention for him being an actual boxer. So, you got to give flowers where it's due. I'm extremely excited for this fight because we were supposed to get this fight twice before. The first time was when Fury. Can you show the people Fury and prove how handsome this guy is? This guy, no homo. Pause. Pause. Is probably the most handsome man I've ever seen in my life. He had a pretty severe injury the first time, so they had to cancel it. And the second time, his visa got denied or something like that. So he couldn't come to America to fight. But apparently, they're gonna make it happen this time. Well, tomorrow it's on Sunday, right? So in 2 days.
Yeah, dude, this guy is so handsome. He looks like an AI.
Facts, bro.
This guy's super handsome. I'm jealous. And he's fucking, like, you could tell he's naturally jacked and just like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Perfect hairline, dude. That dude's fucking handsome as shit. It's crazy that you and I think he's handsome, but then there's like you and I have asked women about what they think, and they're like, yeah, he's alright. You know,
He's good looking.
Yeah, he's good looking. And then
He's handsome.
they are obsessed with like Pete Davidson or Ryan Garcia, which is like, what the fuck,
Oh my god! Like,
right? Yeah,
Ryan looks like a fresh out of high school 17-year-old kid, bro. Like,
yeah. All right, so let's give our predictions real quick. Who do you think is gonna win?
I really want Fury to win. I really want Tommy to win, bro. I don't know, bro. I'm kind of siding with Jake here, bro.
Yeah, I think Jake's gonna take it home.
I saw this analyst break down Jake's fighting style, and they tie it down up to not really his skill level, but his, like, what they say. Basically, these aren't the words that they use, but basically he doesn't have fear when he fights. He's not afraid to unload, to throw those shots. And that's something that fighters are hard. It's hard for fighters to develop. It's usually something that you have it or you don't. And this is why they say, what's his brother's name? Logan.
Mm-hmm.
They say that Logan is a more technical fighter, that if you watch him shadow box and all this stuff, he looks like logistically he's the better fighter. But Jake, like, his stats have shown for themselves because he just, he on the spot, he's just a better fighter. Like, he has better instincts, and he will let his hands fly when he needs them to fly. And so that's basically what it tied down to. And I think that's what it's going to take to beat someone like Tommy Fury, to be honest, like somebody who's just not afraid to just throw hands. I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Jake Paul by decision.
I really hope Tommy wins, though.
So you have Jake too?
I have Jake to win, yeah.
I know we mentioned Ryan Garcia, so I believe today it was announced that it's official. Gervonta, right? Davis
Javante
and
Davis. Yeah.
Ryan Garcia are officially fighting. I believe in April. Don't quote me on
April.
that.
No, April. Yes, I think April 24th or something like that. I
Yeah,
forgot. But
yeah, somewhere around there. But who do you have winning? I have. You know
Tank.
what? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say Ryan, just because I like going for the underdog. Like he's
Wow.
clearly like, if you look at their fights, you'll be like, dude, Gervonta's gonna smoke him. But I feel like this year is kind of the year of the upsets.
I don't know, bro. Like, I honestly like. Well, I don't know if you know this, but Ryan has had a lot of mental issues in the past couple of years. So,
didn't know
like, yeah, there was like a span of like 6 months where he just didn't train at all. And he went on this spiritual journey and like he went live a couple of times and he had pastors on and talked about like he's taking a break from fighting because, there's things going on in his life that he's having trouble. So I think that on top of not even fighting the higher caliber fighters the way Javante has, I just feel like Tank is gonna take it, bro. Like I think the odds are stacked against Ryan here.
Yeah, I'd say if I were a betting man, I would bet on Gervonta. But I'm just gonna say Ryan because I don't know. I like seeing a huge upset, and if I'm right, makes
I
it
wouldn't be
even better.
mad, bro. I would not be mad, bro, at all if he won. Like, to be honest, I'd be okay, cool.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know when his last fight was?
Who's Ryan's?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea, bro. I think Gervonta's been
J-
way more active.
July
July
of last year.
Oh shit, that sounds like a long time, no?
Yeah, it's like what, 8 months?
Yeah, I feel like most fighters fight like at least twice a year, so every 6 months.
Yeah, I'm telling you, took a break.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not looking good for him, bro. But
Keep in mind, these guys weigh the same weight as
136.
a barbell that you find at the gym, guys. That's how much these guys weigh. Just the barbell alone.
No, that's 45 pounds, bro.
Oh yeah, you're right. Sorry, the bar and
And
a plate. So 45s on each side. That's how
Yeah.
much these guys weigh. Just the bar, imagine 45 pounds.
yeah, 136. They're gonna fight at catch weight. That's so light, bro. I don't think people understand how light that is. Like,
So
how much
light.
do you weigh right now?
223.
Yeah, I'm 225. So we're pretty much double their fucking weight.
Facts, bro.
These guys are tiny. I would love to see what they look like in person because they must be like 5'2". You know what I mean?
Facts, bro. Mayweather's tiny too, bro.
Oh yeah, 100%. He's probably like 5'4", if I were to guess.
But that's what like the whole pound for pound thing comes in, right? Like,
Yeah.
smaller kind of benefits you in that sense.
Yeah.
Because it's like Francis would never probably be the pound for pound
No,
fighter.
No.
You know what I mean? He's just
Yeah,
way too big.
Usually, like the heavier you get, as a fighter, you lose speed, you lose technique, rhythm, and you make up for it in power. That's usually how.
Except
it goes.
for Serial Gone.
Yeah, he's one of a kind, bro. He's one of a kind. Literally,
He's about to knock out John Jones.
He's probably the quickest heavyweight and the most technical heavyweight. But if you compare him to like a fucking Demetrius Johnson, it's, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's so damn
I mean,
heavy, it's hard to compare, right? But yeah. So there's one more thing that you wanted to talk about, which was Drake was hinting at retirement. So there's a clip of him talking to, I believe it was Lil Yachty.
Can you send it to me? I haven't even seen that clip. I just saw like a whole Twitter thread about it.
I don't have it up, but
Oh, you're good. You're good. You're good.
so basically he tells Lil Yachty, he's like, yeah, I've been kind of thinking of how to plan like a graceful exit, is what I believe he said. So obviously people started going crazy with that, assuming that he's gonna retire soon and all that stuff. So what do you think about that?
Bro, I think that a lot of people are taking for granted Drake's
Presence.
presence, bro. 100%. I feel like a lot of people have been shitting in his recent projects like CLB, honestly, Nevermind, and his most recent album. His most recent album, Her Loss, was not that bad as people are making it out to be. CLB, I'm not the biggest fan of, but regardless of it, even all of his earlier projects and all of his features, all the stuff that Drake has done just for hip hop alone, he has raised he's been responsible for one of the reasons why hip hop is the number one genre of today. Like it's literally number one. And that's because he really was the pioneer for pop hip hop, right? No, hip hop. Sorry, pop rap. There you go. So he's at the forefront of pop rap. He's ones making all the hits. He's always on the radio. He's always hitting number ones. And I think we're just gonna once he leaves, bro, we're gonna be in a position where we're just gonna be like, damn, I want him back, or damn, I hope he comes out with the secret album. Like we're just gonna always anticipate. I hope Drake comes back, and I think we take it for granted his presence in music industry.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I haven't been the biggest fan of his last two, but I can say they're better than pretty much every other rapper though. Because when I say I think his last two projects weren't that great, I'm speaking in terms of comparing himself to his older self, which I don't think he's meeting those like same classic album standards like he used to produce constantly. So I'm comparing like his best work to his recent work. You know what I mean? So it's when I compare him to other artists though, like he's washing everyone. You know what I mean? Like he's except for maybe Kanye, but that's a different discussion, right? But to be on top of the game, how that man has been since the early 2000s.
2 decades, bro. 2 decades has been owning the game.
Number one since then just is insane, unheard of, bro. He's literally the closest thing we'll probably ever see to Michael Jackson, right?
And think about all of like the quotables that he's coined from these 2 decades. HYFR, hell yeah, fucking right. That song, bro, everybody knew what that acronym meant. YOLO. Like, bro, that's literally in everybody's vocabulary nowadays, and it's because of his song. Like, he has a bunch of those songs throughout his discography that makes him iconic, and I think he's a legend in the game. He's gonna go down as one of the best. I think top 10, top 15, bro, of one of the best rappers of all time, in my opinion.
I think top 3.
Hot take. That's a hot take.
You think so?
I think that's a very hot take.
Hip
hop, maybe.
Top 3? Wait, you said top 10 of what? Of artists of all time?
Yeah.
Oh.
We'll say hip hop rap.
Hip hop rap, then top 3, top 5, easy.
Yeah, no. I think that's a hot take. Bad.
But you like Ren.
Get the... Oh, they're cooking me over here, but they're still cooking me. I'm getting comments.
Guys,
bunch of hate.
If you guys don't know who Ren is, Roger Reacts. He has a video up about him. Not really gonna spoil it, but go check it out. I want to thank you guys again for tuning in to another episode of the Outlier Podcast. As always, I am Saul here with my co-host, Mr. O Rogers, or Roger Reacts on YouTube. Go ahead and check out his channel. He's fucking blowing up. He's killing it over there. He has over how many subs now?
13.4. No, sorry. 1,340 subscribers.
So over 1,300 subs.
Over 1,300.
Yeah, he's growing super fast. Go check out his reactions. Give him some songs. Make sure you guys drop a like on this video. Comment a hot take for next week. Comment a would you rather. We might do those still. We'll see. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you guys again for tuning in. Peace.